May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to another video from Candace Owens. Today's video is titled Candace Owens Honest Message to Gender Students. Okay, to gender student majors. So without further ado, let's get started.
What you guys are living through is such a unique time in this country. I would say it's an awful time to be a college student. Like when I was a university student, I was a liberal. My best friend in the entire world was a conservative. Her family was conservative. I used to go out for dinners with them. Like every weekend, we'd drive out to Massachusetts because I went to school in Rhode Island, and I'd have dinners, and I would debate her dad, who was a conservative, and I'd say all the liberal things, and how could you not think that, you know, immigrants deserve a life, whatever it was, and it was all cool. There was no name calling. There was no you're a this, you're a that. So I just want you guys to be aware of that, knowing that the experience that you guys are having in classrooms has been radically transformed since the time that I went to school. So I graduated high school in 2007, not that long ago. I'm not exactly a dinosaur, but college campuses have completely shifted. The majors that you have were not available. I was shocked going through the catalog and seeing, wow, they're just making stuff up. They're having fun. I feel like they are having fun deciding what programs to allow students to just burn their cash on. I think that's an accurate way to say it. I mean, why else would you go to school and major in something like gender studies? And I'm not saying that to discount the fact that somebody might be interested in the subject. I'm just saying, realistically, have you paused and considered, if you go to university for 4 years and you accrue debt? I'm assuming a lot of people here took out student loans. Like I took out student loans. When I was in school, it was about $35,000 a year out of state. So I'm just thinking, what kind of a person would be encouraged to go to university, to spend that kind of money, to potentially come out of university with 6 figures or close to 6 figures of debt like I had, and not really realize that there's not really a job that you can take with that sort of a major? What is the job? What is the job? You say, I've studied, I've got all A's, it's amazing, I did so great, you know, I studied gender studies. What do you do with that degree when you go out into the real world? Seriously. I'll ask you guys a question. When, by a show of hands, who has ever been in a situation when they've been like, I really need a gender studies major here to sort this out? No one. No one ever. It's a complete and utter scam. That's what you are. You are actually actively being scammed, and you're not going to realize it until you get out into the real world and you find that actually the only job that's going to be available for somebody that takes up that sort of a major is to go right back into the ecosystem. A professor, right? A professor and teaching the same subject that earned Juno money to other students. I actually think that people should be outraged by that. And by the way, people are outraged by that. What ends up happening is a lot of these students go into the real world, they find that they can't take a job, and they can't find a job, they can't earn any money because they're not actually creating a meaningful job. Like they're not actually doing something that people need, right? And they learn very quickly what the free market suddenly means. Maybe the economics courses that they weren't taking, suddenly they recognize it when they get into the real world and they go, boom, now I have all this debt, I can't get a job, and I'm angry. And they're not quite sure who they should be angry at, right? And then they look at somebody like somebody that they went to high school with who didn't go to university, and instead that kid who was basically trained to believe that he was going to be a loser, because we all feel that pressure. I definitely felt that pressure. That's why I signed up for so many ridiculous student loans to go to university. Go, go, go. Even if you don't know what you want to do, sign up and just go. You'll figure it out when you get there. You got your guidance counselor telling you that, the entire society is sort of blaring to you that if you don't go to college, then you are a failure. And then there's that one kid that didn't listen to that, and maybe he went to trade school, right? And that kid has, therefore, no debt. He immediately started working. Maybe he fixes, I don't know, air conditionings. And now he's the person. And let me tell you something. If you live in a place like I live in Tennessee, you will pay any amount of money if your AC goes out in July or August in any of those hot months. Suddenly that guy's making 6 figures, he's got no debt, and then you weigh that against the people who are convinced that they're getting the education that they're supposed to be so much better than this person who have massive amounts of debt. You know, it's a total flip-flop and it's a scam.
Why? Where is the remaining video? Anyway, I love this so much, and I'm looking for the line in this video, but she's absolutely correct. I think well, formerly I thought it was just in Africa where you are seen as a failure. If you don't go through the 4 walls of college. I never knew it was a general thing. But anyway, I've seen people who have not been to college and they're doing well for themselves, and I really really respect them because despite the struggle, this and that, they still were able to push through. And I've been saying this slogan, college is a scam, college is a scam. Well, it might not be 100% scam, but based on what Candace has said, there are some courses you don't study because who is going to employ you? And there are some courses that you will be in class with over 1,000 people, and you'll be asking yourself, okay, my country, would they be able to employ this amount of people? Or you are just thinking of traveling out? It's the same situation everywhere. Let's say a program like mass communication, or let's say accounting. Yeah, there might be a professional course, but okay, accounting is a professional course, but how many people are looking for an accountant? We have people that are like, let's say, millions of accountants who leave school every year. So the job market is choke. So I think everyone is pushing for education, but no one is, providing, work for those people that are collecting debts, to train themselves in school. And I think that is what Candace is pushing for. She's letting you know that if you are going to school, have the mindset that anything can happen. Okay, it's a risk that you sign up for, and majority of us sign up for that risk. I also signed up for the risk, and during my school days, I thought maybe you get to school, you come out from school, the work is there. But when I entered the university, I discovered, it's a different thing. The struggle in my country, Nigeria, it's not easy to enter the 4 walls of university. You have to write several exams, and well, I wasn't able to get admission in Nigeria, so I came to Ghana to school. Well, it was a bit easier here to get an admission, but the thing is, after your admission or after finishing your degree, what next? Who is willing to employ you? You either have a skill or you enhance your talent, by getting someone that invests in it, or doing something for yourself. I see so many people that have, they are done with school, looking for job every day, just taking any kind of job just to, be able to survive. So I'm not asking, what is the purpose? Why make our parents spend this amount of money when there is nothing for us? As a few days ago, I went to a conference, this African education, this and this and this, and everyone was talking about educating the African youths and stuff like that. And I never even heard anyone talking about creating job for these people you're educating. Because if you decide to educate them, put in money, building more infrastructure, building more schools. Where are they going to work after schooling? Because there are several of us that are out there, we are done with school, but we are trying to fend for ourselves even without making use of our certificates. So what work are you providing for those people? There are a whole lot of private schools developing every day, building, like establishing every day, ready to teach, employing well-qualified teachers. But at the end of the day, this student you're trying to teach, is there anything for them? And I think Candace is letting us know. She's just opening the eye of everyone out there. If you are in school, you have to think outside the box. That is just it. I enjoyed it so much, and I love and respect this woman. And so many people might not understand her now, but in a couple of years, you will realize what she's saying. I think I've been in that situation, and I think I know where she's coming from. Let me know what you think in the comment section. It is the first time visiting the channel. Click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember bless.